Some people have asked me how to do an edit, so I'm going to walk you through that. I'm going to be your best friend after this when you see how incredible this is. It took me a long time to build. I will start by saying where there are differences of opinion on what is the right grammar. This is my Bible, Sense of Style by Steven Pinker. I was like obsessive in my note-taking on this book. I think it is the best book, copy editing. That's my opinion. That's what my tool is based on. I go by Pinker. Okay, so I've got my dad's writings here. Then I've got my terminal instance here. And this is the graph. I made a public repo, which is just a GitHub repository where you can get my code to download a skill that will let you do a copy edit of your writing. What I want to do is just tell Claude, can you download this repo and store it in the skills in my Obsidian Vault? Okay, so do you want to continue? Yes. Great. Now I've got it, and you'll have it too. Here's the skill. Okay. So all you have to do to use it is you say, copy edit this chapter. All right, I have one file in here that was a transcript of my father talking. Okay, so it's going to need a lot of copy editing. Let's take a look at that and say, can you use the copy editor skill to mark up this document? And then I'm going to go to this document, copy path, paste. Okay, we've got a problem now, but it's going to figure it out. No, I don't want it to do that. Please install the skill. You don't have to say please, but I do. Okay, this is a good thing to mention. There's no Claude MD file in my vault, and you have to have one. And it's important to put your instructions in there. It's what Claude is going to read when it boots up every single time, because every new instance of Claude Code is fresh. It knows nothing about you and doesn't retain the same kind of history you'll have in a chat window. But when it reads the Claude MD file, it will orient itself around the kind of work that you're doing. In order for it to pick up the skill, restart Claude Code. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to exit, and then I'm going to run Claude again. And then I'm going to say, can you use the editor skill to run a copy edit on this document? This is why I talk, is that I don't make so many typos. I just want to mention something here. I'm using Opus. You can change to Sonnet if you don't want to burn through tokens. Okay, this story is about my dad who was visiting us in Switzerland, and he was hiking in the Bernese Oberland with my mom on a hiking trail, and a sled came and hit him from behind. He flew up into the air, fell on his back, and broke 9 ribs. At first he thought it was 6, but it turned out to be 9 ribs. And I don't know if you have any doctors in the family, but he was a terrible patient. He did not want to go to the hospital. He's like, I know what this is. It's a broken rib. I'm fine. He couldn't get comfortable, he said. So he consented to be taken to the hospital, and he ended up having to stay in Switzerland for several months while he recovered. All right, so let's see. It's giving me the summary. Let's take a look at the document. So here we go. Here's the copy edited document. Hard error 19, contested 3. Okay. This is a voice memo transcription with a strong, distinctive narrative voice, conversational, digressive, and vivid. The copy edit preserves all of that. The issues flagged are mechanical rather than stylistic. Okay, so here's the annotation. Here it highlights it, so you can see none of this has been changed. Anything that it thinks is needing an edit, it has put in markdown highlight, okay? And it's here, what is it saying? There's no parentheses. Okay, great, add a parentheses. Thank you, I'll do that. And then what I normally would do is, there's other easier ways to do this. You can just tell Claude to do it for you, but I'm gonna just delete it so you can see. So what I normally would do is I would just hit accept all the fixes, and then I would have it go back through because I trust it to not make any additional changes. Okay, so you're seeing here, there's a missing apostrophe. Okay. It's just going through with copy editing rules, and I've got a pretty exhaustive list of what counts, what doesn't. So here, let's just look. Here's a judgment call. Tens of thousands, it's unconventional. You should spell out the tens. Okay. All right, so there you go. Try it out. Download it. You're going to love me. You can join my free Substack and give me a little tip if it changes your life.